I think if I'd like to put it, I'd like to put it like the common ones. So you're talking about the ransomware attack, the phishing and social engineering attacks, the targeted attacks like denial of service, etc. But the really interesting ones are the new attacks, which comes, as you mentioned, with the IoT devices and smart devices, although I have concern calling them smart devices, to be honest, because from the security concerns, we see those devices are more of a dumb devices rather being a smart device because it doesn't have an adequate smart firmware, it doesn't have proper security controls, etc. And you're also talking about the artificial intelligence attacks, which now previously most of the products in the market currently utilizes AI and machine learning in order to provide new means to attack to protect their customers. But now attackers as well can actually leverage AI and machine learning in order to provide these sort of attacks.
Yeah.
So coming back to that, I think it's really important to bring all the customers' attention about the danger which AI and machine learning bring into the table and put this into a specific context, as Andre mentioned, that when a customer is actually adapting a new technology, a new product, a new project, they need to really think and keep in mind how they can talk to the employees about that, how they can actually secure their infrastructure, secure the system in order to get a better security posture for the company.
Yeah, sure. Just the concept of attack surface and targets. Have we seen a shift in the target ultimately of who cybercriminals are actually going after? Martin, what's your view on that?
So in my opinion, definitely, but it's more you'll bring your own vulnerable device, your endpoint. So if you're now attacking the end user's device, you're in the network. No longer having to defend the perimeter or infiltrate the perimeter.
Yeah.
You're at the end device. So they bring their vulnerable device into the network. They're inside, and the whole work from home, all of that. So it's definitely, I think, changing or what has changed to protecting the endpoint.
Okay.
I remember back in the day, we were disabling firewalls on workstations and servers to get things working and didn't care because the perimeter had it. Just not a case anymore. There's no ways we would disable a firewall on an end device now.
Yeah. So Nathan, do you think it's all about the endpoint? Do you think that's the kind of those are the crown jewels, really?
No. I think I agree with what everyone's saying. The perimeter has changed, and I think it was happening. It was definitely fast forwarded by COVID because everyone was forced to remote work. We used to sit in this gated network, where we were all safe, and as long as IT looked after the firewall and network, everyone was fine. That perimeter exploded to everyone's house and different internet connections and where they were working. It just completely changed. But what also changed was the way that people attack. They knew that IT was catching up and being clever with security, putting software on laptops that can be clever about detecting what they're doing. So they went after people. Because a lot of people, when they start working in a role, are trained on their role, but not trained on cyber. And they're a big risk. Yeah, that's why we see a massive increase in phishing and vishing, and it's going after the end user. If you can make them make a mistake, well, then you can get onto their machine and compromise their passwords and get into the system anyway. You don't need to brute force software anymore. Now, I'm not saying the software is not needed. We still need endpoint detect. We still need manage all of that, but we need to be training people.